Podcasting from downtown Brooklyn by Jane's Carousel. This is the Brooklyn Baritone Podcast. Good morning, everyone. Usually it's morning when I'm recording these podcasts and productions, but whenever you choose to join me, morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, late at night, it doesn't matter. I always appreciate the likes, the looks, the listens. Of course, I'd appreciate you hitting the subscribe and notification bell on my YouTube channel, Brooklyn Baritone. Of course, do that with no pressure at all, though I would like the algorithm to swing in my favor. And the problem that we have, especially as men, is that so many of us have this simping complex. Many people know what the word simp is, but many people who don't know. People who don't know, basically, simping is what a man would do. Any age range, they would do anything to garner the attention or even exposure of what they would deem a desirable woman. Just like how sugar is one of the biggest addictions, like I've said in the past before to people, sex is up there too. So, of course, with that mindset that we have, especially as men, who are not really disciplined in themselves. These are the type of men that actually cause this to happen. But the thing is, I was looking at a lot of videos, of course, that come across my feed. And there are people who do reaction videos, people who talk about other YouTubers, TikTokers, or anybody else's social media. The thing is, this problem that I'm seeing has been around for way longer before social media was even a thing. See, when you see a lot of social media presence from females, nice looking females, attractive looking females, they don't have to do much to get millions of subscribers. They don't have to do much to get all of those sponsorships because they know they're getting that steady flow of thirsty viewership. They wouldn't be doing it if they weren't getting this kind of attention. And the reason why they're getting this kind of attention is because a lot of men don't have that discipline. You see, I could speak about this because as a younger male, I was in that mindset, going after whatever female I deemed as desirable at the time and not devoting any time to develop myself, to get into myself and understand my weaknesses and recognize my own strengths so I could pursue better things in life, so I could be a better person, because there's so much time, there's so much energy, so much spiritual energy, so much physical energy, so much mental anguish and emotions that have gone through going after females, dealing with females, chopping myself down, going after what I felt was good, what I desired. This is what so much of us do. Now, for the women who does this, they're part of the problem, because they're getting all this attention and they know that they ain't got to do much, they're going to take full advantage and exploit this, as opposed to trying to find a better way to be productive. Yeah, sure, you make a quick, easy buck. Sure, you're becoming a sensation. Sure, you're becoming an influencer. This wouldn't be a thing if you didn't have a viewership, a steady, consistent supply and flow of thirsty people who don't have discipline in themselves, who don't even know themselves, but they're out here trying to expose themselves to whatever they feel is a desirable female. It's a hard thing because that comes down to the individual level. It comes down to us understanding who we are, where we come from. Where do you come from? Where do we come from? I'm glad you asked. We all come from Elohim. We have feelings. Our Creator has feelings. The difference is he has control over his feelings. He has limitations over his feelings. This is where you figure like the sins or the transgressions will come from. Lust, envy, jealousy, all those things. These are versions of the perverted, uncontrolled, undisciplined versions of feelings and emotions that we have. We're supposed to have emotions. We're supposed to have intellect, but we're supposed to be within a certain parameter. Because if we were exercising these things, guess what? We wouldn't have another generation and another generation of younger girls and females exploiting themselves, or you, as a matter of fact. So once you have so many people that are looking at this, that are exposed to this thing, all it does is bring us down more and more and more. And so many people are tired of it, but then at the same time, people are still doing it. We all have to have that proper discipline, especially as men. We hold a specific role in our households, in this world, in our community, especially to ourselves, especially in this kingdom. I've said in the past before, it's the problem with men. It's just the fact that we have to understand that we are under attack. These are the weak chinks in our armor that the adversary will use. Some of us don't even have armor anymore. We have to strengthen ourselves. This is coming from someone who went down that road when I was younger. Now, of course, I'm not totally perfect in any and everything, but I do know what the weaknesses are. I do know what the problem of men is, because I'm a man. And I dealt with a lot of things. Certain things I'm still dealing with, certain things I know how to identify to stay away from. You have to build yourself up, because if we have weak men, we're gonna have a weak nation. You understand what I'm saying? But anyways, that's all I got. If you want to catch more of my content and check out my merchandise, please go to my website at brooklynbaritone.com. I'm also on YouTube for more video content, of course. You can catch me on LinkedIn under Corey Ashley. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. You can catch the audio versions of these podcasts on Google Podcasts, Apple iTunes Podcasts, and Amazon Music under Podcasts. I also air on local Brooklyn cable television 4 times a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Verizon, Optimum, RCN, and Spectrum. Well, thank you guys for listening. I want you guys to be strong. Yo, my fellow men, be strong. Recognize what the weaknesses are and try your best to get away. It's not going to happen overnight, but I want you guys to be good. Walk good. Be blessed. You will hear from me next week. I'm out.